Hello, and thanks for joining us on the podcast that discusses all things gaming. Coming to you from the home of Gen Con and the gaming capital of the world, this is The Established Facts.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to The Established Facts. We just wanted to take a second and revisit our entries to the postcards from a dungeon contest. And us here at The Established Facts, we spent many hours of scrutinizing and combing through the postcards that we received, and we have whittled down the choices to one winner, Mr. Josh Edison. We read his postcard, and he got the most number of votes from the panel here at The Established Facts. If you want to know exactly what Josh had to say, tune in to the late December podcast of The Established Facts, and we will be going through all of the entries that we had. Gentlemen, if you'll excuse me, I have things I need to take care of. Why don't you take care of this podcast for me?
This is your interim host, Big Don, in the house. Without delay, we're going to go ahead and do our typical roundtable introduction, starting to my left.
Josh Prime.
Dr. Deb.
This is Princess Katie.
This is Josh.
And live via gaming table.
Hey guys, it's Derek and I'm back.
Now, for those of you who are new to listening to us, shame on you. But thank you for coming and listening.
Don't drive me away.
I still love you.
That's right. That's right. For those of you who may not know, our friend Derek had been gone for a short while, but he has returned, and we are very happy for that. So what we're going to get into on this, what I think is a really fun episode, at least hopefully it will turn out to be one. We're going to start the show off with our versus topic, a little bit different than normal, but we're going to do a quick rundown of our current Villain Madness tournament, and then we're going to go into everybody's predictions for the Final Four. Now, do have...
We're going to finally give the rundown after I've told them that we're going to give the rundown two or three times on YouTube. Guess what? This is not on YouTube.
Yay! That's all right. We tried, and then the episode that we started to record turned out to be...
We don't have the money yet.
So.
I'm still paying back the student loans.
Yeah. All that podcast money that's rolling in is going straight to...
Go to cafepress.com/castingrobot, please.
Oh, hey, there you go. So I'm going to go ahead and run through the first three rounds real quick, and then we'll get into everybody's predictions for the Final Four. So in the what is known as the, I believe, West bracket, we have Darth Vader beating M. Bison, Poison Ivy losing against the lovely Harley Quinn, Lolth beating Scorpion, Sauron defeating Ra's al Ghul, Magneto winning over Sephiroth, Bowser beating the Riddler, Doctor Doom beating Nemesis, and the Joker beating Bane. And in the East bracket for the first round, Emperor Palpatine pulled out a win over Catwoman. That's kind of a given. Ganondorf beat Strahd von Zarovich, which... Yeah. Lex Luthor somehow was able to pull out a win over Saruman.
Hold on. I've got to stop. Don, I've got to know why you hesitated so much on Strahd losing to Ganondorf. Don't get me wrong. I'm with you, because I am a big Strahd fan.
Yeah.
But
I think it's because Strahd's immortal.
You can't.
And Ganondorf is not.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yes.
It's a reasonable
And
point.
Strahd has really fun.
See, this
dominate powers, and he's a vampire. And
see, this is what you get when it's not time for the dossier. You're not quite ready for that dossier yet, but you get the... He's immortal, okay? Just move on.
He's immortal. Let's just... Yes. He's immune to... Anyway.
He was just put into torpor.
Right, I mean... Saruman is defeated by a very lucky and very ingenious Lex Luthor. The Dark Phoenix pulls out a win over Red Skull. Dracula, another vampire, beats Artemis Entreri.
We're sorry. We're sorry, RA. No, don't hate us.
I love Artemis, and I voted for him, but he unfortunately did not get the vote for everyone else. Voldemort beats Jafar in the Duel of the Sorcerers. Which
Hey, don't laugh about that. That is a sad day. I do not want to hear it.
Lord Soth beats Dr. Wily from Mega Man, and Diablo beats Kefka Palazzo from Final Fantasy VI. So that was our first round. Now, moving into our second round, in the bout between Darth Vader and Harley Quinn, Darth Vader pulls out a win over the Joker's favorite henchwoman.
Was there ever any doubt?
Well, you know, she does have explosives.
She's just
Have you watched
crazy.
Stop. He's like, oh, look, blaster fire. Oh, look. Stop.
That's not explosives.
Well, Neo did the same
close
thing.
enough.
Sort of exploded in
Blaster
his hand.
fire is
Sparks off of
blaster
his
fire
hand.
is direct attacks.
But-
Explosives are area of effect.
There's also an
Oh,
epitome of
bubblers.
evil going on here. Harley Quinn is in love with the Joker.
You know, the
Yeah.
crazy guy
Yeah.
who made it.
How does that make her
Who
better
made,
against Darth
who made it
Vader?
into the next round?
Okay.
Okay, so between Lolth and Sauron, the Lord of the Rings nemesis to Middle Earth, I guess you might say, Sauron beat Lolth, the queen of the Demon Web Pits.
Surprisingly close battle on that one.
Absolutely.
With as many Lord of the Rings fans as I know we have, that one was actually surprisingly close.
Yeah. Magneto defeats Bowser, which
That's a given.
yeah, in my book.
Are you
anyway.
bitter because of the video discussion that we didn't end up getting on, and you and Mike going at it back and forth with
Well.
Bowser and Magneto?
Yeah, not really.
No.
No, because I think I mean.
All I
I
got-
picked the biggest debate was between Sephiroth and Magneto in the first round, and I am a huge Sephiroth fan, and that's who I voted for, and he is a huge Magneto fan, and that's who he voted for. Not to say that I don't like Magneto, but no, I don't think that we were necessarily disagreeing on the fact that Magneto was going to mop the floor with Bowser. That's
Oh, well, I still sense
least not that I
bitterness
can-
from the hero.
at least not that I can remember.
Video game
anyhow.
madness. Yeah.
Well, I mean, yeah. So in the last bout in the East bracket in round 2, you had Dr. Doom versus the Joker, and Clown Boy was able to pull it out over Dr. Doom.
That's Mr. Clown Boy to you.
That's right. In the East bracket, you had Emperor Palpatine versus Ganondorf, which, funny enough, Emperor Palpatine won that bout as well. Lex Luthor versus the Dark Phoenix. I was definitely not surprised in this result, but the Dark Phoenix.
Yes, the Darth Phoenix.
The
Phoenix
Darth
now
Phoenix,
is the
that's right.
Sith.
Scary.
Yes.
Can we make that happen?
The
Can we
Dar-
make it
the-
stop?
A Darth Phoenix.
Darth
Yeah.
Yes.
the Phoenix of the Dark
I
Side.
don't think you understand. If Michael listens to this episode, I think he's going to have a dream.
About the Darth
yeah,
Phoenix.
it just puts a wrong meaning on that.
Scott, come with me if you want to leave. All right.
Suddenly Dracula accent. I don't. Okay.
Or I was,
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Thank you.
Yeah, I heard if you want
Take my hand. Get in the chopper. Or, of course, in this instance, it'd be get in the spaceship.
Total side note: if you have not seen The Expendables 2, make it a point and see it.
Yeah, definitely.
I
Chuck Norris
makes a Chuck
tells
Norris
a
joke.
Chuck Norris joke.
Oh goodness.
All right. In the bout between Dracula and Lord Voldemort, actually, Lord Voldemort wins against Dracula, which,
Not pleased.
well,
Not surprised though, honestly.
So I take it
He
that
has-
these games are inherently meant to disappoint you, Don.
no, I didn't have too much. I mean, it makes sense because first of all, if Strahd von Zarovich is going to lose in the first round of Ganondorf,
Yeah.
it makes sense that Dracula. To me, it makes more sense that Dracula would lose to Voldemort because
Voldemort can
First
cast
of all-
Fireball.
Voldemort can cast Fireball, and Voldemort is also, in a way, a lich. He has Horcrux, which are pretty much equivalent to a Lich's phylactery. And unless you destroy them all, as if you have not seen Deathly Hallows 2,
Spoiler alert.
yeah,
That's way beyond
unless you destroy all the Horcrux, then you can't kill him. So, and then in the last round, you had Lord Soth versus the Dark Lord Diablo, and Diablo pulled out the victory over him. So
That made me sad.
did it?
Yes.
It's
It
because
really
it's
did.
Diablo.
Yeah, you know. So, in the third round, I'm just going to go through the East and West brackets from top to bottom and left to right. You have Darth Vader versus Sauron.
A very
Magneto-
close battle so far, by the way.
Yeah. Magneto versus Joker.
Again, a very close battle.
Emperor Palpatine versus Dark Phoenix.
And
again.
just to keep the broken record going, another close battle.
And then Voldemort versus Diablo.
Yeah, not so much.
Yeah, I wouldn't expect that one. So what we're going to do in normal fashion for our versus topics, we're actually going to start with our producer first, and just run through the bracket and give me your predictions for your final 4 picks.
Oh, so you want my for all 4? Okay.
Yeah, why not?
Well, I am nearly convinced that Darth Vader is going to make it into the final 4, and I know that Bob the Goat's going to be like, no, down with the Sith, but he's storming through horribly.
Yeah.
However, and the host can take care of me later. Joker's going to beat Magneto. I have no doubt in my mind that Joker is going to come in and beat Magneto. I do, because he's the Joker, and you just can't get rid of the
Magneto.
Joker. Yeah, well, whatever,
He can
dear.
pull the frickin' submarine out and smash Joker's head like a walnut.
The Joker has not died. he's
Never faced Magneto.
he's not died. Batman's my favorite superhero. So it's
Sorry, I'm more for Marvel Comics.
but whatever. I mean, but that's a discussion for its own
Right.
day.
Let's not get into that.
I hope that I'm going to say that I hope the Dark Phoenix beats Emperor Palpatine. I would be surprised, but I'm going to say I hope the Dark Phoenix wins that one. And Diablo's going to beat Voldemort.
All right.
It's just going to happen. And I'm bitter enough as it is from beating Jafar.
That's right. With his highly anticipated return, Mr. Knutson, what are your final 4 predictions?
I'm actually going to break with Demry on this first one. I'm going to say that Sauron is going to beat Darth Vader. I'm also going to say that Magneto is going to beat Joker, because if Magneto doesn't beat the Joker, then that just doesn't make sense. Because he can smack him with all sorts of metal objects, and basically basically Joker has nothing for that. I'm going to hope that Emperor Palpatine beats Darth Phoenix. And Diablo is
that's
apparently
Darth Phoenix.
It's Darth Phoenix now. That's what Chip is going to come back at.
That's right.
John, are you listening to this? You just heard it here first.
Darth Chip.
The Darth Phoenix. That's just wrong.
So, yeah, and then Diablo's obviously going to win against Voldemort, which makes me really sad because I like Voldemort. But there you go.
All right. Princess Katie.
As big of a Lord of the Rings fan as I am loath to admit that Darth Vader is, in the end, going to pull out the win over Sauron. It's unfortunate, but true. I also am with the side that Magneto's going to beat the Joker, hands down. Like, there's... Make all the faces you want, Josh. It's the truth.
That's the best part about a podcast. They can't see that I'm sticking my tongue out at you.
I also, though, think that the Dark Phoenix is going to beat Emperor Palpatine. And unanimously, there's no way Voldemort can stand up to Diablo. I'm sorry. Like, there's just, it's not. Nope.
Awesome.
Dr. Deb, what is your diagnosis?
I am going to go with my previous 2 podcasters here and say I think Sauron will pull it out over Darth. Wait, hold on. You said Vader.
I said Vader.
Sauron.
I wanted Sauron.
It's
but
every other one so far on this one. This is interesting. Okay, I think it's Sauron. So we're actually pretty tight in our own little podcast on this one. think Sauron will win over Vader, so I agree with Derek. I think Magneto is going to be Joker. As you've heard from my tone, I don't quite understand how, as brilliant as Joker is, how he has anything for someone who can control electromagnetism.
But again, we're taking the approach. A lot of us are taking this battle approach, and understand, I have seen a popularity vote win this, and I am gutting with my gut the Joker's going to win the popularity vote.
Maybe, but Magneto's been around a long time too, so I think it'll be
Magneto's beating Joker right now. I can tell you that. As of Sunday, December the 9th, he is beating Magneto.
Okay. So Magneto on that one. I actually have to go with Dark Phoenix over Emperor Palpatine. Who was it on our Facebook page who said Dark Phoenix ate a son? I mean, that's all I'm saying.
Rhaegar.
That would have been Rhaegar. Yeah. So I'm going to just re-quote Rhaegar. Darth Phoenix ate a son. That's all I'm saying. So, and then...
More shirts ideas. Write them down. Dark Phoenix eats a son.
But Emperor Palpatine converted a son.
Bad joke.
Anakin Skywalker was somebody's son.
And he made a Death Star.
Oh, that's like
And
a
he
groaner
destroyed
foul.
the star. Oh wait, no, it was a planet.
It was a planet. That wasn't a
With
star.
a ray.
But he made a Death Star.
And
That's true.
And only, and here's the irony.
Not once, but twice.
Twice.
They both got broke.
That is persistent. Actually, the second one, not necessarily. Way yet.
Yeah.
Let's face it.
Same explosion.
Explosion.
Anyways.
Okay, and sorry, Debbie, your last prediction.
And my last prediction, I'm not a big Voldemort fan, I have to be honest. I don't know, I'm going to get strangled for that later. But I go, Diablo will beat Voldemort, so.
All right, so our Josh number 2, also known as Prime. What
I'm
are
number
your...
1. He's number 2.
Oh, sorry.
There's a whole lot of connotation.
Yeah. So, what are your final 4 predictions for the villain tournament?
Well, as disappointing as this is, because I think in all reality, as influenced as Darth Vader was by the dark side, Sauron is essentially the dark side. You know, he would have, I mean, in all reality, he would have been his little slave boy. But I think that just out of sheer popularity, Darth Vader is going to win. As far as Magneto versus Joker, Batman can beat up the Joker. Why can't Magneto? That's all I'm saying. As far as Emperor Palpatine and Dark Phoenix, well, I've always been a Phoenix fan, so I'm going to go with Dark Phoenix on that one. And Voldemort versus Diablo, it just makes sense that Voldemort was going to win because Diablo is a demon and he can just, like, banish him or something.
Did you mean to say what you just said?
Diablo is a demon.
No, he said it makes sense that Voldemort would win.
Yeah.
So, you think Voldemort can banish him as a demon? Is that
Why
what you're
not?
saying?
He's a wizard.
He's just...
He's a sorcerer. He doesn't carry a
Well,
book.
no, he
carries a
technically is
wand.
wizard.
He's got a
in
wand.
the world of J.K.
Oh, and-
Rowling.
yeah, that's right. Good
Interesting
point.
idea. Okay, so
It's a
Voldemort
wand.
can banish him. Okay.
That makes sense to me.
Right? Okay. Wow. Well, made an argument for Voldemort. That was...
I think you're
wow.
yeah, you're the-
Okay.
I'm the trendsetter.
I think there should be a golf
I'm the
clap.
hipster.
You're the Voldemort hipster.
Golf clap.
Good
You just
grief.
can't accept reality.
I love how everyone
right.
fits into their niche so
Oh,
far.
my goodness. All right. So
Josh is our hipster, apparently.
Yeah, I just
Everyone-
forgot my flannel, that's all.
Yeah.
good Lord.
Are you
Okay.
gonna, hey, Don. Hey,
Yes.
how about we get your predictions now?
Well, I'm getting ready to give it to you.
Okay.
So we're
job.
Pretty much,
Oh.
we're pretty much at an even heat with Darth Vader and Sauron. You know, when it comes to because this is how I vote, based on if they were to actually meet in a one-on-one Mortal Kombat, Street Fighter, Fatal Fury, if you ever played the Sega Genesis style
yeah.
match.
Wow.
A head-on-head match. I honestly think Sauron would win, but I agree that I think that as far as popular vote goes, Darth Vader kind of has it in the bag. So I'm going to go ahead and beat around that bush and move on to the next one, which is the more interesting vote between Magneto and the Joker. I'm definitely picking Magneto over the Joker, which puts you the only one at the table there, Josh.
Josh is the only one. Well, Prime is the only one going
Well,
Voldemort so
that's
far.
different.
So
That's different. He has a logical reason for picking Voldemort over
If any of the decisions
Well, Josh's
are
logical reason
it's
is
the
a
Dark
popularity.
Phoenix one. I'm just saying.
I am
Well,
taking the popular
this-
vote.
Popularity is
And
what
then
he's saying.
he's
It's the only
still
thing
not
that's going to
dead.
hold Joker
the
in there.
Emperor versus the Dark Phoenix is kind of a mixed bag for me. I like both of them, but I'm gonna say because of his ability to use the dark side to his diplomatic influence, I think the Emperor is going to beat the Dark Phoenix, or he definitely could be. That's where my vote is going to
Okay.
go. Now, the interesting point that you brought up between Voldemort and Diablo is that Voldemort is a wizard, and he could possibly have the power to banish said devils or demons. That being as it is, I still think he's going to get the snot kicked out of him by Diablo, so that's definitely where my vote is going in that match, but I think that is a very valid point.
He's going to get like one chance to get banishment
Yeah,
off,
I mean,
and if it
you know,
doesn't happen,
there's-
it's
yeah,
he's
It's
done.
not going to happen.
it's not going to happen. So those are definitely my predictions. Now, Josh, it is 5 against 1 on this one.
Oh, and you're going to want me to try and defend the
So
Joker?
I just want your. You don't necessarily
That's
have to
fine.
defend.
But
Well, yeah, okay. Go ahead and defend your position on Magneto versus the Joker.
Okay. I am totally with you when it comes to the fact that Magneto is the overpowered villain in this case. I mean, as many different terms as I've had, he's up there as powerful as Professor X, and even in some cases Dark Phoenix, which if that ends up being the finals, that's going to be awesome. But the Joker has the mainstay of his villain in the Batman universe as it is. He was one of the first villains that got suggested to us. People completely agreed with it. And now that we have on the floor this Heath Ledger portrayal of the Joker is looked at in a completely different light than he was for many years. More of the psychotic, I really don't care and I will do whatever it takes just to cause mayhem type of character. And when you have someone who has no limits in any way, shape, or form, such as the Joker, I think he's more volatile and more of a threat than you want to give him credit for. And he probably has something up his sleeve that none of us are aware of. He very often is one step ahead of Batman. Not always, and Batman almost always comes out on top because the good guys, often win. So that would be where I would stay. I think it's more of a, you can't look at the Joker in a negative light other than, he's a villain, but you've got to be willing to give him a little more credit than some people want to in this situation. It's not going to necessarily be power that wins this one out. It could very well be brains. And he is crazy enough to make Magneto feel some hurting. That's all I would say.
Okay. All right. Katie, why is Josh wrong?
Oh, that's a little mean, don't you think?
Why is Josh incorrect?
That's better.
He's just asking her because she's leaving. As in it tonight. Like, she's actually going home. Because if you ask my wife, she'd probably come back to me later and like, oh my God, you're still wrong. But,
Oh,
All right, well,
I had no idea what direction you were going in on that comment.
I was like, I believe
Okay,
you.
so
Being apparently
You're no
kicked out
longer
of the
allowed.
house.
That's right. You're no longer allowed on the Established Facts, Princess Katie.
I don't know. She's awful mean at Griffball. I'm just saying.
All right, I'll try not to be too scathing with my complete rebuke of what you just said. But, yeah, the Joker definitely has, the mindset to just go all out crazy on Magneto. The only thing is, the Joker, as absolutely nuts as he is still just a regular guy. he doesn't have any kind of powers, any kind of strength, other than the fact that he's bonkers. I mean, that's his thing. And that works for him in Gotham against Batman. But if you're going to go against Magneto, a guy who can literally just rip the Golden Gate Bridge out of the bay and be like, oh, moving this over here. I mean, that's sketchy at best.
Yes, Josh.
The Joker competes against Raiden in Mortal Kombat versus DC Universe, and Raiden is a god in that universe. That's all I should have to say.
Yeah, but Raiden gets beat by Liu Kang with the right combo. I'm just saying.
Sounds like poor Raiden got gypped in the game.
I'm going to have to say...
That's bad programming.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
For me, the biggest reason why I feel like...
Wait, I don't need 5 of you to tell me why I'm wrong. I
you
understand that.
The answer should be sufficient.
Okay, well, you're probably right, but it doesn't matter to me because I'm the host today. When I was logically considering the matchup between Magneto and the Joker, the way I enjoy to consider the battle between these two arch villains, Magneto, first of all, is
Come on, process that thought.
Yeah, to me, he's a higher level of villain than the Joker, only because he is typically at odds with larger groups of heroes.
Not to mention more powerful heroes.
Right, and every hero that he fights against has some sort of special power. I mean, he rips the adamantium out of Wolverine's body. Twice. So, I mean, in a situation like that, you've got a guy who's, button happy when it comes to explosives versus a guy who can literally pick up an aircraft carrier and...
Smush you.
Yeah.
I mean, sorry, dude, but I mean, Batman is a normal dude. I mean, he does not have special powers.
He
he's
has
super
gadgets,
smart,
right.
and he's super wealthy.
Now, if we were talking about, like a different villain, a different DC villain that actually has some sort of powers or something like that,
Dark Phoenix.
That's Marvel.
Well,
but
I'm saying it as an example of somebody else.
Superman.
Yeah, like if you're talking about Superman or somebody like that, okay, sure. I'm definitely gonna pick. Is it Bizarro?
Yeah,
Bizarro is like the opposite of Superman. Well, the Joker is pretty much the opposite of Batman. Mm-hmm. So yeah, if you stuck Bizarro against Magneto, that's going to be a little bit different fight. But you're talking about, first of all, a guy who has the power to shield himself with a magnetic shield that will not allow anything else to penetrate it. So even if he's in the middle of an explosion, he's not gonna take any damage.
Yeah. Hey, that's pretty.
Plus, I have to sort of contradict you on the fact that Joker is the opposite of Batman. I think he's an aspect of him rather than an opposite.
Well, now I'm definitely taking the perspective of Heath Ledger's interpretation of the Joker in the second Batman movie. I mean, he pretty much plays the polar opposite of the kind of character that Bruce Wayne and Batman is. That's
this is going to have
the
to be
reason.
Discussion for later.
Well, yeah, but I think he's just purely talking about in the Dark Knight trilogy. Dark Knight trilogy.
I'm talking
But
about
I agree
that
with
too.
Derek because I know what he's saying.
Well, that's a different subject,
right?
Well, fine.
I think I hear another discussion topic.
We can get into that on a different show. But
That's fine.
Definitely, I think that would be a good one. Now, since I picked on you a little bit,
well, I noticed.
But isn't that our normal?
You know.
It doesn't change my thought to the vote.
Outside of the slim chance that he's going to have some sort of banishment or gate spell, please defend your position on why Voldemort is going to beat Diablo besides those conditions. Because you're talking about,
What can Diablo do? Summon fire?
and hordes of demons and other big nasty
He's
guys.
like the
And he
Prince
has a
of
cow
Hell,
level.
isn't he?
Oh, he does have a cow level, doesn't
I'm just saying.
he? Well, if a regular barbarian can beat him...
Okay, point taken. Yeah.
Come on, I didn't get the video game point of
Go
Raiden
ahead,
beating.
Josh. Go ahead and yeah.
Listen,
Put
Bring
my
it
brother.
on.
Put my brother in.
I
his-
have you got if you're going to take the approach that the wizard may have a banishment spell to deal with that, you have to look on the other end of this that he's probably got spell resistance of some sort.
That's right.
Diablo does, and could easily shake off such a spell if he needed to. Voldemort would become a toothpick in this battle.
I highly doubt that.
Anybody
Only be-
ever played Gauntlet? You
Yes.
see what happens when they banish it. It comes back.
Not to
Just-
mention the fact that I have never seen any of the wizards have like any sort of interplanar spells at all in the Harry Potter universe.
There hasn't been any demons in Harry Potter either, though. So
Well,
That's true. So now you're putting a wizard who has no experience in fighting a demon or devil against the demon and devil.
I'm sure he could like teleport or something away.
He does have teleportation.
He does
We
have
did see that.
teleportation.
Yeah.
yeah,
that isn't really
you
beating
can't kill
someone.
You
Yeah,
can't kill
that's
Voldemort
not
unless you
winning a
take
That's
out-
a
fight.
French
You
perspective.
can't kill Voldemort unless you take out all his
No, the French
phylacteries. and I don't
Okay.
think
the
Diablo's
Balkan
going to
all
do
he
it.
has to do.
Surrender.
All he has to do
Is ask Harry Potter where his phylacteries
That's
are?
right.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Wow, there you go.
Hi, I'm the evil man of death.
I wanna-
Tell me how to kill Voldemort.
Oh,
Sure, no problem.
sure. Yeah, that's pretty much what
That's one less thing I got to
Who do you
do.
wanna-
Let's go
yeah,
back to school.
Who do you, yeah, until he figures out that he's one of them. Yeah.
It's no longer a spoiler alert. I think that movie's been out for like 2 years now. The books have been out longer. No.
That's right. That's right. All right. So I think that's a really fun breakdown. So, okay. So if majority rules, we're kind of still undecided on Darth Vader and Sauron. That's a pretty even match. But if the rest of the voters go with the same way the show has gone, then Magneto is going to be in the final four. It looks like it was Emperor Palpatine and Dark Phoenix, kind of a split decision as well.
I thought it. I mean, I know that 3 of us went Dark Phoenix, so I think the rest of you were Palpatine.
So that's
I think.
okay. So the top matches in both brackets.
Which who'd have
kinda
thought that the
split.
first seeds are the ones that are the most unsure? That's pretty
and then,
awesome.
And then it looks like more than likely Diablo is going to, unless there's some sort of landslide vote between the time that we record this on, what did we say it was?
It's Sunday, December 9th.
9th.
This
Yes, it's the second
The upside
second
down
night of
six.
Hanukkah for our Jewish listeners,
Okay.
or just
Yeah.
a regular Sunday night for everyone else.
That's right. So yeah, it looks like Diablo's probably going to be in the last round. So that being said, and with the segue of it being the holiday seasons,
yes.
what I would like for us to take the opportunity and do is to have a really fun discussion on some of the geeky and gamer style gadgets or toys or movies or things like that that we are looking forward to receiving or giving or anything like that. So, Derek, would you mind starting?
okay.
Awkward pause.
Hold on, let me get the spotlight pointed right at you.
Yeah, thanks. One thing that I am really looking forward to get, especially since I travel a lot, is they have backpacks that have power, like batteries in it, and like hook up your iPads and your phones and all that. That's something that I'm really looking forward to getting, because that way I can power my phone, my iPad, that sort of thing, while I'm at the airport waiting on my plane to get delayed and then canceled. There isn't a whole lot that I'm really looking forward to as far as gadget-wise right now. Mainly because I got the Note 2 recently, and it's just amazing. So there isn't a whole lot that I'm really looking to get. I'm looking to delve into this MPC Codex that I'm holding right now, which is amazing.
Which I think came out, 2 weeks ago?
2 or 3 weeks ago, yeah.
Yeah, I was still stuck at Fort Sill at that point. But yeah, when I was stuck at Fort Sill, I had a lot that I wanted to do, like play with like video games and watch TV and
anything outside of...
Anything outside of getting yelled at. But
You should have seen it. It was funny. He got home and the first thing he did was buy a bunch of snacks.
oh yeah, that was my binging.
And then,
was hilarious.
And then, like, the next day, went out and bought, like, a couple video games because we were all hanging out playing video games.
Yeah, Halo 4 and all that stuff. Yeah, not a whole lot. But that backpack is definitely one on my wish list.
Let's see. Let's go to... Well, I know that she had something pulled up on her phone earlier, checking out some fun stuff. So, Katie, Princess Katie.
All right, I've got a couple things. Some are more practical than others, and one of them is just something I am pining for, but no, I won't get. So, we'll start with the practical. It's geeky, but not gamery. They have Battlestar Galactica notebooks with the emblem, etched in it in silver, and with, the corners cut off in typical Battlestar Galactica style that I think are really cool. I love to write, so having something awesomely nerdy to write my stuff in would be fantastic for me.
Actually, can I interrupt you on that?
Yeah.
Because when I was at Fort Sill, I found something that was really cool for writing. They have notepads that are waterproof. So you can actually...
The paper itself is waterproof?
The paper itself is waterproof.
Wow.
I actually own a couple upstairs. I'll show them later. But yeah, you can actually write it. Like, I've got a waterproof pen as well. So you can actually just, completely submerge yourself and, write. It's awesome.
That's really good for somebody like me, because I'm accident prone, so...
I'll
need
give
to
you
make an
that.
Frank would
investment.
agree. Sorry.
What did you say?
Sorry. Her car, Frank.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Frankie
Just 'cause-
car.
Yeah.
Listen, let's not bring him into this. We're talking about things we want for Christmas, and a new car isn't something I'm getting, so don't remind me.
Remember, unlimited budget.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Well, in that case, I'd like a DeLorean that travels through time.
Well, I hadn't heard unlimited budget yet.
1.21 gigawatts.
I thought we were doing that. We
That
think
was
we can
last
get
episode.
it. It was. Yeah. Okay.
Anyways, on to a slightly realistic but a little bit more expensive gift. I found a sterling silver and rhinestone ocarina pendant, just like the one from Ocarina of Time, and being how that is the first video game I ever played that got me into video games and got me into gaming in general, I thought that was really cool and that'd be something really neat to have. And then my ultimate wish, I would love a custom tailored, hand sewn, really nice female Ezio costume. I would probably kill somebody for it.
Well, so that would be
indiscriminately.
that would be fitting.
So that would be
I see
your
what you did
payment
there.
For that? You would
Yeah.
pay by killing somebody, and then that would be your payment.
Just
That's
I'd
right.
get the costume, and then upon
right.
receiving the costume, would have to
Here's
kill
your
my first
target.
mark.
That's fine.
Yeah,
Here's your target.
precisely.
Yes,
Just
That's
don't
how
get
it would
blood on
work.
the white, 'cause
And I would
that'd ruin
parkour
it.
everywhere I went. It would be fantastic.
In your boots.
The established the established facts is not condoning assassination in any way, shape, or form.
That's right.
Nor parkour, because a lot of us can't.
I can't even spell it, much less do it.
That's not even a
Although
real
we're thinking
word.
about having it as a side business, so
What, parkour?
Parkour or assassination?
assassination.
Wow. Why? Okay.
Well,
You got to use that
We
military
have to
training
raise-
for something,
we
right?
have to raise money somehow.
yeah.
Oh, yes.
It's for the children.
All those podcast bugs.
for the children.
It's for the children. Oh, good grief. All right.
That completes
well,
my list.
Yeah.
For now, I may interject with something if someone else says
Oh,
something.
well,
but,
you know, of course. Of course. On this show, that never happens.
Her interject? No way.
Yeah, right. Dr. Deb, what is your geeky gamer Christmas list? Other than a tissue for your husband.
Well, I won't be able to get it until after Christmas, but that is not my fault. That is the manufacturer, because I will be getting, I think...
If you
I'm
work in
gonna get-
retail, it counts until about the middle of January.
Okay, cool. Because my iPhone 5, I'm calling it mine because it will be mine, comes out in January, February, I think, of next
It's
year.
already out. It's just that's when your
That's- okay.
upgrades due.
Oh, you're
Okay,
right.
so that's what my upgrades do. Okay, so anyway, that will be it's an upgrade. So it's not really a Christmas gift, but I'm counting it Christmas because it's really fun. And I'm going to get my iPhone
That's
5.
great. Now it's in recorded history. I know she wants an iPhone 5.
Yes, I want an iPhone 5 now. Let's see, what else? Well, it's also not a Christmas present, but we're going to go and see The Hobbit. The Hobbit comes out, and I'm going to go and see it. It doesn't count as a gift, but if I don't go and see it, my Christmas will not be merry. In fact, I'll probably just sit in the corner and
Actually,
cry for hours. So.
Josh's won't be merry either.
That's true.
He will be married. He just won't be married.
Mary and Pippin?
They're not in this one.
They're not in this one, but good thought. Good
No,
thought.
but those of you in the Indianapolis area, if you'd like to join the Established Facts of the Salvage Yard Church, we will be watching all 3 movies at the Salvage Yard Church on Saturday, December 15th. Hey, I got to put it in. You put the Facebook
Starting
in.
at
No,
9
you're
a.m.
fine.
Don't
Starting at
forget.
9 a.m., yes.
Yeah.
$5 a person.
And we'll have food.
All day.
Anyhow,
I'm glad the things
Shameless
haven't
plug
changed.
over.
Okay, moving on.
at least we're plugging our own stuff.
Well, yeah, because we actually sent an invite out. Like
right.
it's the Salvage Yard Gaming Ministry and the church and the Established Facts.
And where's it at? No, I'm just kidding.
What time is it again?
How much does it
You're
cost?
trying too hard.
Is food covered?
This is a Keith Bird plug.
Oh, goodness. All right, Debbie, please continue.
Thank you. Somewhere in here, yes. Okay, so those are the practical things that will actually happen. But if I could have my dream, and it probably won't happen for Christmas, I hope it will happen by next Gen Con. I don't know. Depends what our student loan payments do. I want to continue my steampunk costume delving. I think I want another corset, and I think I actually want like a longer kind of steampunk kind of jacket. I'm trying to decide what my next steampunk look will be. So I love like the Etsy. A lot of the steampunk stuff they have is very fun, but I've been online to a couple places, and boots. I want some cooler boots, I have to be honest. So my boots are very cool. Don't misunderstand, but you can never have too many boots. So more steampunk for Christmas for me.
Mr. Prime. Do you have any gamer, geeky, fun stuff on your Christmas wish list?
On my wish list?
Yeah.
Well, I have something that I'm getting.
Oh,
That I
what are you
like.
getting?
I'm getting the Pathfinder book.
Which one?
The core.
Ah, yeah, man. Welcome to the world.
Which I'm completely excited about.
Yeah. Is there anything else that you're looking forward to or would like, maybe pining over, such as an ocarina?
Of time.
No, I'm pining over the Ezio costume.
Oh, that's right.
Are we
I was
talking-
trying to move past the assassinating people with the costume.
Listen,
I think it's viable.
thank you. At least somebody has my back in this.
Yeah, so,
Nothing,
Josh.
nothing really in particular as far as gaming is concerned, but just in general, if I, just had all the money in the world to spend, I would buy Hostess and,
Sacrifices work, I guess.
we'd have Twinkies for life.
If you buy a box and eat them, a small bite at a time, you would have them for life.
That's true.
You can't eat Twinkies a small bite at a time.
Sure.
That's also true.
It's like one per bite, isn't it? Isn't that the rule?
Oh, is it?
I think
Okay.
that's my rule.
It's like snowballs. You got to try and fit as much as you can
That's
in your mouth
right.
all at the
That's
same
right.
time.
I mean, cupcake come 2 in a pack.
Now I'm depressed.
Josh, what is on your Geeky Gamer holiday wish list?
Well, my holidays came a little early, thanks to Black Friday and my lovely wife. I got myself a 73-inch Mitsubishi DLP TV, which is freaking huge. I got a really, really good price on that at Fry's over Black Friday. And then in turn, I've picked up some new games, and the Established Facts crew's been over, and we've played some Halo on it, and I've got to play some Madden on it, and really had a lot of fun with that. And in process, expanded my video game collection as I picked up Borderlands 2. As I said, Halo 4 came out, I think, end of October. WWE 13 did as well. Assassin's Creed 3, I haven't played it yet, I'm going to be honest, but I have it. So it's in queue along with the other 4 Assassin's Creed games. And being honest here, let's see, what else? I ordered myself another Pathfinder GM guide because I lost mine. A GM screen, sorry. I lost mine apparently, but I'm hoping for next year to continue video game building, watching the Pathfinder stuff and so forth continue on. I love seeing new product from Paizo, but I'm also really excited about, as I posted, I think last week is when this will post, the Pathfinder Online Kickstarter that's running, and they're trying to get their second set of backing from the crowd-forged folks. I got in on the first 2,000 backers, so hopefully I will be in Beta 1 in 2014. So get in there, help them raise that first $1 million, and if I could recommend anything to anybody, get in there at that $100 level, because that $100 level, they're giving away just tons of free stuff every time they hit a milestone. All the way through it. You're getting a PDF copy of the dungeon that's being built, or each 100K that's put out. They're putting in new minis. WizKids is creating a mini at almost every 150,000 mark. They're putting in new minis that are just being given to the $100 mark people. And for another $100, you'll be able to get physical copies of any printed thing that's coming out. So it's really worth it. We posted it on theestablishedfacts.com. I know I've shared it on the Facebook page. Look it up. Kickstarter's been a great way for people to get games out there, and I think for Christmas, holidays, any time of the year, if you find somebody that's you're really wanting to support, I think you stuck your finger up because of the Fate system. So I'll let you talk on that as well, because that's another one that's coming out. So I think for me, when it comes to holidays, I'm really excited to see where Pathfinder Online goes. Ryan Dancy, if you look up the video interview on our youtube.com/NDTEF, you'll be able to find that one on there as well. So that's what I'm excited about.
You're correct. I stuck up my hand because another Kickstarter that you should look into is the Fate Core system. These are the guys behind Spirit of the Century and Dresden Files. It's a fudge system. It's a lot of fun to play. I've had the opportunity to play it at Dragon Con a couple years back. And I definitely suggest people try it out. Look at it. It's Fate Core. I will make sure that I post a link on the website as well on this. So they're just doing a rewrite of the system and cleaning things up and making things pretty and publishing it to like a hardcover, and ultimately it's going to be free, but there are a bunch of real nice goodies that that backers will get. So. And then I, over the next 2 weeks, am not bringing my PS3 with me back to New York City. I am going to be hard at work working on the Dual World storytelling system, finishing up the second rewrite on that. And I'll probably be putting up a Kickstarter for artwork, to pay for artwork. But the system will be complete, pending, obviously, beta testing that I will inflict on my friends here. So, but aside from that,
sweet. Well, I've got some things that I'm really excited for, looking forward to. Josh and Deb, being two of my very best friends, asked me today, right before we did this recording, if there was anything as a gamer that I needed. And, of course, the first thought was more dice. But considering I can buy my own dice, I do have a Pathfinder RPG GM screen coming in. So Merry Christmas to me from Josh and Deb. Mm-hmm. I'm really excited about that because I am a huge advocate of GM screens in general. Whenever I've run, that's usually one of the base purchases that I make, because it's just a lot easier to reference that kind of stuff when it's right in front of you and you don't have to flip through a book. Plus, the artwork on the Pathfinder GM screen is pretty fantastic. So I'm really looking forward to that. I'm also... whether it happened, like I said, I used to work in retail. Christmas doesn't end until the middle of January because everyone has a gift card, or as we called them, life gift cards, also known as cash, because you can use them for anything in life. So I am definitely looking forward to picking up my own personal copy of Halo 4. I'm a huge Halo fan since the very beginning. On the original Xbox, and I'm also a huge Assassin's Creed fan, and I will be picking up the limited edition Assassin's Creed game probably for my birthday, which is only a couple weeks after Christmas. So I'm really excited about both of those purchases as well. Really, and this was something that nobody really touched on, but I know it's probably at the core of all of us. I really am looking forward to, and this is not necessarily a wish list item, but I'm really looking forward to spending a lot more time with really close friends, especially, not to get too gushy, but now that Derek is back again, really spending some quality time with friends and with family that I really enjoy hanging out and sharing this hobby of gaming that we have, and being able to, we kind of talked about this, I believe we released a little short Thanksgiving blurb for everybody, but I really appreciate being able to hang out with people that not only I love, but I love to game with. And I'm definitely looking forward to that for this holiday season, even more than any present that I could get. Just being able to hang out with people and stuff like that. So, Derek?
Yeah, I got to speak on this because I have a unique perspective on this. Having lived in Vermont for a year and a half and then going off and being sequestered at Fort Sill for a month and a half, you really don't know what you had until you've lost it. And part of the reason why I moved back to Indiana was to be closer to everybody here, and people that aren't here, like Jeremy Ragar, and Mike, and a bunch of the other people that weren't able to make it to this recording. But yeah, it's you really do treasure your friends once you are not able to actually physically be with them, or communicate with them like I was for the past month and a half. But I'll be posting a blog on that, what happened. So make sure that you hang out with people as much as you can. I think that's important.
So I'm going to take this time to just quickly kind of shout out to all of our listeners and all of our fellow podcasters. Definitely a happy holiday and a Merry Christmas from the Established Facts to all of you. Go ahead, Derek. If you're wrapping this up, also, if you want to look at the Fear the Boot forums, I'm posting information on the charity events that I'll be running at Fear the Con this year. There will be another raffle, except that instead of like the iPad last year, it's going to be like a gamer bundle, which will be a Nexus 7 dice, both fudge as well as 20-sided set, a whole bunch of other things, including the person who's behind the and this is actually new news, person who's behind the My Little Pony, like customized My Little Pony thing. She's making to customize My Little Ponies for the prize pack. That is
That is specifically for this. They'll have a cutie mark for just this.
That's
this
so
project.
Cool. Last year we raised over $1,000.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I think it's a really cool
I didn't get a
experience.
chance to go to Fear the Con this last year, but I am definitely planning on going this coming May of 2013. So that's definitely something I'm looking forward to experiencing. But all of the feedback that I heard on all the other podcasts, Fear the Boot, and the guys who were able to make it from Kicked in the Dice Bags and stuff like that, they all just raved about that kind of stuff. And so I'm really looking forward to just that experience, because that's a totally different style of con. We're here in Indianapolis. We have Gen Con, but it's a totally different style of con.
Oh yeah, it
and
really
so
is.
I'm really looking forward to it. So
it's really, the other thing is the Fear of the competition. I have to, which reminds me, I have to make the next trophy.
We're changing the format a little bit this year.
Yeah, we are changing the format. We're going to have 2 qualifying rounds, one which is going to be a competitive card game, and one which is going to be a competitive board game. Those
Which will
two
be
very
are
cool.
going to be announced what they are later.
Right, but they will ultimately end in a role-playing session,
That
correct?
is correct. The finals will be a Pathfinder role-playing session.
Oh, very cool.
So,
Very cool.
I'm going to make a quick side note here. I'm sure you guys have kind of heard the screaming baby in the background. That, of course, is Don's little boy, Danny. And just, forgive us. We all have lives. It's just kind of part of the gig, and I can only filter out so much of it. But know that, we're not just having a screaming baby to be annoying.
That's right.
I thought we were.
Now, look, you might be thinking of screaming
I thought
babies
you
in your
were,
head.
like, hitting your soundboard.
Yeah,
so-
sure.
Screaming baby soundboard.
But just so you know, I appreciate everything. All the feedback we're getting has been
Absolutely.
great, and we passed 80. I think 80 likes the last time we recorded, but that's always good. We're working towards 100. 100 would be awesome. So start telling your people about it. Get people on board.
All right. So, as we do at the end of all of our shows, on the last episode of the Established Facts, we established that sticks and stones may break your bones, but time travel can never hurt you. And if it does, you just go back in time and whatever.
I try not to get hurt.
That's right. So tonight is a little bit longer, but as a person who is really into music and into Disney, most of you should appreciate this. Our new established fact for this episode is gadgets and gizmos of plenty. Costumes and steampunk galore. You want video games? We got plenty. But who cares? They're steel. Just game more. Happy holidays, everybody.
Please visit us at www.theestablishedfacts.com and our Facebook page, facebook.com/theestablishedfacts. If you would like to support us by buying some merchandise, visit cafepress.com/castingrobot.
Bonus.